Good morning. I discuss about team sports, which is volleyball. Outline of discussion: history of volleyball, rules and regulation, court dimension, officiating official, and game. History of volleyball. Volleyball was invented in 1895 by William G. Morgan, physical director of the Young Men's Christian Association (YMCA) in Holyoke, Massachusetts. It was designed as an indoor sport for businessmen who found the new game of basketball too vigorous. Morgan called the sports mentonet, until a professor from Springfield College in Massachusetts noted the bullying nature of play that proposed the name of volleyball. The original rules were written by Morgan and printed in the first edition of the official handbook of the Athletic League of the Young Men's Christian Association of North America in 1897. The game soon proved to have wide appeal for both sexes in school, playgrounds, and armed forces and other organizations in the United States, and it was frequently introduced to other countries. Rules and regulation. First is 6 players on a team, 3 on front row and 3 on the back row. Maximum of 3 hits per side. Player may not hit the ball twice in succession. A block is not considered a hit. Ball may be played off the net during a volley and on a serve. A ball hitting a boundary line is in. Next is a ball is out if it hits an antennae. The floor completely outside the court, any of the net or cables outside the antennae. The referee stands or foul. The setting above an unplayable area. Next is, it is legal to contact the ball with any parts of player body. Next is, it is illegal to catch, hold, or throw the ball. Next is, if 2 or more players contact the ball at the same time, it is considered one play, and either player involved may make the next contact, provided the next contact isn't the team sport hit. Next is a player cannot block or tack a serve from on or inside 10-foot line. Next, after the serve, front line players may switch position at the net. At higher competition, the officiating crew may be made up of 2 referees, line judge, scorer, and an assistant scorer. Court dimension of volleyball. The playing court is 18 long and 9 meter wide and is surrounded by a free zone 3 meter wide on all sides. The space above the playing area is known as the pre-playing space and is minimum of 7 meter high from the playing surface. For FIVB, where the official competition, the free zone measures a minimum of 5 meters from sides, lines and 8 meters from end lines. The playing space is a minimum of 7 meters high from playing surface. The playing surface is a flat and a light color for FIVB, word and official competition. Only a wooden or synthetic surface is allowed. White colors are required for the lines. Other different colors are required for the playing court and free zone. Line markings. All lines on the court are 5 cm wide and are light color different from the color of the floor. The boundary lines are the 2 sides lines and then end lines. The center line divides the playing court into 2 equal courts 9 meter by 9 meter each. These lines extend from the net from sideline to sideline. On each court, the rear edge of the attack line is drawn 3 meter back from the middle of the center line and mark the front zone. The front zone on each court is limited by the access of the century line and the rear edge of the attack line. The prone zone extends beyond the sidelines to the ends of the free zone. The service zone is a 9-meter wide or behind each end line and extends to the end of the free zone. It is 50 cm long and 20 cm behind the end line as an extension of the sideline. The substitution zone extends from both attack lines to the score table. The libero replacement zone is part of the free zone on the same sides as the team bench extends from the attack line up to the end line. Net and post. The net is 2.43 meter high per man and 2.24 meter high per woman. It is placed vertically over the century line. It is 1 meter wide and 9.5 meter to 10 meter long and is 10 cm square block mesh. The height of the net is measured from the center of the playing court. The antenna is a flexible rod, 1.8 meter long and 10 in diameter and made of fiberglass or similar material. It is fastened on opposite sides of the net. The top of the antenna extends 80 cm above the net and is marked with 10 cm stripes of contrasting color, usually red and white. The 2.55 meter high posts are placed 0.50 meter to 1.0 meter outside the sidelines. The posts are rounded to fix to the ground without wires. Official of volleyball. Volleyball officials that make up the officiating crew are the first referee, second referee, scorekeeper, assistant scorer, the line judge. The first referee is in charge from the beginning of the match until the end. The first referee has authority over all other members of the officiating crew. The first referee should talk to all the officiating crew members before the match starts, going over any question officials may have about their responsibility. The first referee should have the talk with the second referee before the match, start discussing issues such as pre-match protocol and anything that will help the match run more smoothly. The second referee should establish a rapport with the scorekeeper and libero tracker. If the scorer and libero tracker have a problem or don't understand something, they should be comfortable enough to ask the second referee to help. Volleyball. Game played by two teams, usually of 6 players on a side, in which the player use their two bat ball back and forth over the high net, trying to make the ball touch the court within the opponent's playing area before it can be returned. To prevent this, a player on the opposing team bats the ball up towards teammate before it touches the court surface. The teammate may then volley it back across the net or bat it to a third teammate who volleys it across the net. Teammate is allowed only 3 touches of the ball before it must be returned over the net.